I'm Krista.
And this is WDOG, The Paul. Don't forget that Sunday is daylight savings.
So don't forget to set your clocks back an hour and go to bed an hour earlier.
In other news, we would like to wish a very belated happy birthday to Hannah Guzman, Hagen Newton, Noah and Alex Pinkleton, Michaela Lamming, Dylan Avocado, Samantha Barnes, Cody Wilds, Elizabeth Wiley, Autumn Massey, Michael McCarty, Serena McGinnis, Matthew Moore, Curtis Brown, Courtney Cook, Katie Courtright, Sierra Dalrymple, and Destiny Fire.
Seniors, don't forget to turn in your senior dues or you won't be able to go to the prom.
Speaking of prom, the prom committee has officially set the date for May 16th.
Now we'd like to wish Aaron Martin, Robert Martin, Emily Reed, Delilah Smith, Elijah Smith, Michael Carter, and Michaela Cook a very happy and on-time birthday. One of the most beneficial things Murphy High School offers are online classes. Not only do you get the benefit of doing your classes online, occasionally students also receive a visit from their teachers as well. Molly Cornwell had a visitor this week, all the way from Durham, to teach her more about strawberry DNA. Not only did they just go over the basics, they also showed her actual strawberry DNA. So Murphy High School would like to give these professors a huge thank you for coming out to help Molly, our first student to take the live virtual class from North Carolina School of Math and Science.
Well, that's it for MHS News.
Now to Joe with Teacher of the Week.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to another episode of Teachers of the Week with your host, me, Joe Dees. This week, teachers are Miss Penny Johnson and Mr. Jonathan Watson. Here this morning in the weight room with Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, I'm going to ask you some questions, some background questions about yourself. So, where did you attend high school at?
I went to Murphy High School. I'm a 1990 graduate of Murphy High School.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching, this is my 19th year, and I attended college at Appalachian State, and also worked as a graduate assistant there when I was fortunate enough to play basketball and then work as a graduate assistant while I got my master's degree.
That's awesome. How long have you been at MHS though?
This is my 9th year at Murphy High School.
So what is your favorite inspirational quote?
Favorite quote is probably from Vince Lombardi, and it says, "Perfection is unattainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence."
That's a real good quote.
I like that.
Now, my main question is, what is the number one thing on your bucket list, Ms. Johnson?
On my bucket list, I want to, like some of you guys, I want to race my dirt bike. I want to race my dirt bike.
Awesome. That is awesome. Well, Ms. Johnson, I appreciate your time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Now, Mr. Jonathan Watson. Mr. Jonathan Watson graduated from App State University and Murphy High School. He's taught here at Murphy High School for 9 years, and he taught at Andrews Middle School for 2 years. He loves spending time with his family, playing and coaching softball for his 2 daughters. He loves UGA football and App State football, and he loves going to Braves games. The quotes he chose was from Yogi Berra. It was, "If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else, and all pitchers are liars or crybabies." The number one thing on his bucket list is to visit every MLB ballpark. He's been to 6 so far, including a Red Sox versus Yankee games in Old Yankee Stadium.
Well, that caps off another episode of Teachers of the Week. Tune in next week to see if your favorite teacher will be the next Teacher of the Week. Now let's throw it off to Marcella with some awesome dance moves.
Thanks, Joe. And this week's dance move is the Soldier Boy.
Gonna be the best day of my life.
News, guys. This week in world news, there's been an LAPD shooting. A homeless man in LA got into a fight with one of his peers, and soon after, the police were called. Upon arrival on the scene, the homeless man, known locally as Amazon, began to cause trouble. The LAPD tried to subdue Amazon with tasers, which they claimed were very ineffective. After a struggle between one cop and Amazon, the homeless man was shot and killed. The police claimed that Amazon reached for one of the cop's guns, and that is why shots were fired. In other news, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been making preparations for war by training his soldiers and shooting off missiles like fireworks, trying to show America what he's worth. And as the missiles shot across the sky, Kim watched proudly nearby as they hit their targets. Lastly, famous Star Trek icon Leonard Nimoy passed away recently. This left millions of fans sulking. The cause of death was chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, one of the most common lung diseases in the world. spot will be missed. Well, that's it this week in World News. Now let's check in with sports.
Hey, I'm Chase.
And I'm Steven.
And this is Signature Sports. This week, track, baseball, golf, and softball are in full swing getting ready to start their season.
We want to give a special shout out to Emily Cook, who is now a Young Harris cheerleader.
And now we have an exclusive interview with our own two-time state 1A wrestling champ, Malachi Beaver.
Alright guys, we're here today with Malachi Beaver, 4-time state champion, and I'm going to ask him some questions about his wrestling career. So Malachi, how does it feel to be a 2-time state champion in wrestling?
You know, it's a great feeling to know that you can go back to back in a sport that I love and I'm passionate about.
Okay. How did you feel before your last match?
You know, before my last match, I knew it was going to be the last one I ever wrestled, but it was great to finish on top and have that finals match.
How did you feel after your last match?
You know, it was like a depressed feel, even though that you just won your one of the top matches of my career. I mean, by 1 point, there was still that depression because it was my last match I'd ever wrestled in my life.
How did it feel getting most outstanding wrestler?
You know, we'd already left before they'd even announced that part. So we were at Carrabba's, where we always go after a state champion wins. But it was a great feeling getting the call saying that I got that, because I really wasn't expecting to get it.
How do you feel having the most rings in your family?
You know, it's fun to walk around the house and be like, I got more rings than you, Dad. I got 4, and you got 2. Jesse, don't even compare. So.
All right, guys. That was Malachi. Now let's start with this week's question of the week.
Thanks, guys. And this week's question of the week is, what color do you think the dress is?
Black and blue, I think.
Yellow and what?
The dress is white and gold, clearly.
The dress is black and
white
blue.
And gold.
Black and blue.
The dress? That's blue and gold, bro.
Listen, whenever
I saw black and gold, but I'm colorblind.
When I first seen it, it was white and gold, and then the second time it was blue and black.
You ain't never seen it
It's mind blowing. Yes, I did.
Golden, brown, and white.
Golden what?
It's golden.
What color's the dress?
Pink.
It's invisible.
Invisible.
Well, that's it for WDOG, the Paul.
And remember, Murphy High School, stay classy and keep your paws clean.
To Hannah Guzman, Hagen Newton, Noga,